Hey guys, Sheldon here and welcome back to the Rainbow Six Siege Intel Report. So Season 2 is nearly upon us and they've released the patch notes for Season 2, which I'm going to go through with you guys, at least the most important parts of the patch notes. I'm not going to go through everything because there are a lot of little details that will probably take too long to cover in this particular video. So without further ado, let's get started. First up, we have the release of two new Spanish operators from the GEO CTU, that's Jackal and Mira. I'm not going to go through the abilities in this video since I think the operators deserve videos of their own, and since there's a lot of discussion about their abilities and things like that, so I'm going to leave that for another video. But if you guys are interested in the information about their loadouts and more about their abilities, if you don't already know, I will leave a link in the description box below for you guys to check that out. Next up, we have a new map, as we do with every DLC, set in Ibiza, Spain, on some kind of what looks to be a holiday resort of some type. It looks pretty awesome, to be honest. I'm looking super forward to playing it. In some ways, it reminds me of House. It seems like a relatively small-ish level that revolves around a courtyard in the center. Yeah, so definitely interesting. Definitely looking forward to playing that. Next up, we have Velvet Shell weapon skins. As we do with every season release, we have specific weapon skins. There are 4 here. I'll put them up on the screen for you guys to see. I think they look pretty cool, you know, but again, weapon skins are personal preference. There's going to be a new elite skin for Rook. So for those of you who want a new look for Rook, there you go. You have the option to purchase that now. The next big change is the upgraded navigation interface. Now this is something I know a lot of you have been wanting and hoping for. Well, it seems that it's finally here, a new redesign of the Rainbow Six Siege UI, and I'm very happy to be bringing this news to you guys. I think this is super awesome. The UI definitely needed work, and they are definitely taking steps now to start fixing some of the annoying design issues with the UI that many of you, including myself, have been complaining about for some time. They say that the new design is going to make such activities as challenges, news and boosters all available in one place, so you won't have to go all over the place to get all this information. It's going to offer you quick access to your last game mode selection. They do say that it's the first milestone in terms of UI, so they are going to continue to work on the UI and make more improvements. So the next change is the ranked icons. I think that is pretty cool. They look a lot better. They're a lot clearer than they were before. I think that the old icons, even though they didn't necessarily look bad, they led to some confusion because it wasn't clear what tier of what rank somebody was. So hopefully this new system is going to sort that problem out. So moving on to game balancing, harmonization of sights and positioning in first-person camera. They say that since the game released, the sight's position in first-person camera, which defines the space that they take up on the screen, was inherited from the third-person camera position. So while that seemed logical as the most realistic approach, it also had a negative impact on, depending on the weapon you're using and the sights you're using, could lead to a vastly different experience with regard to the sight and the distance of the camera, which was not consistent across all operators and across all guns. So I think what they're going to try and do here is get it standardized, so no matter what sight and what operator you're using, the distance is going to remain pretty much the same. They do say this is still a work in progress from what I can tell, so they are going to wait for feedback and things like that from the community to see where they go from here, but I think it's a good start nonetheless. Next up, the operator changes. Capitao is losing his frag grenades and he's getting a claymore instead, but he's still going to have his 3 stun grenades. And IQ is going to lose her 3 stun grenades, and those are going to be replaced by 2 frag grenades. So those of you who are maining Capitao or IQ are going to have to make some adjustments to your play, since you're going to get slightly different gadgets. So it's going to be interesting to see how these play out. And finally, there are a host of bug fixes and things like that. I'm not going to go through all of this stuff. The list is relatively long, as they are in all of the patch notes, but I am going to leave a link in the description box below for you guys to read through if you do want to do so. And finally, before we conclude, let's talk about Alpha Packs, the new addition to Siege and the new way you are going to be able to get skins. So Alpha Packs are essentially like loot crates in Overwatch or CSGO, I suppose. You get to roll on them when you win a match. The chances of winning them are increased every time you win or lose a match. Obviously, if you win a match, your chances are increased. If you don't win one, the next match it adds to that, so your chances get higher and higher of getting a crate. If you lose, you still get some contribution to your chances of winning, but not so much. And what the packs do is, once opened, they will grant you a weapon skin, and the developers has said that the selection is going to be from almost all of the skins that are currently available in the game. I would think that those exclude the real money paid skins, because you know, that kind of makes sense, but I'm not 100% sure, guys. But this is interesting, and they said that if you do have alpha packs and you win an alpha pack and you get a skin that you already have, you will get renown as compensation for a duplicate skin, because obviously you can't get duplicate skins, so you will be getting something even if you get a skin that you already have. So this is definitely going to be a way to get more renown. And yeah, so find yourself a good team, because wins are going to count the most toward winning these things. If you lose a match, you are not going to get to roll on an alpha pack at all. Time to win some more Rainbow Six Siege, I suppose. Who doesn't like this kind of thing at the end of matches? It's a good incentive to try and win. So these are all the changes that are coming to Siege. I'm looking forward to all of them. What are your guys' opinions of the alpha packs? Just out of curiosity, you can let me know in the comment section below. But otherwise, guys, I think that wraps it up for this particular video. If you guys have any questions or comments as usual, you can leave them in the comment section below. I've been Sheldon. Until next time.